Hi, I'm Candice. As you can see, my sister Crystal couldn't be here tonight. It's Lularoe, Candice and Cristal. You can find us on Facebook. We're officially not really using our Facebook page yet because we still probably have about a month and a half in the queue. So originally, it was just me that decided to sign on because I thought this was an awesome opportunity. And I decided that, you know what? I want to try this, even though it's super scary and the cost of it is kind of daunting. So I decided that, I'm going to do this. And kind of what got me into it was when I saw my sister wearing a pencil skirt from Lularoe and the Cassie skirt. And I saw her wearing that. I probably started noticing it. I think she got it in like November or something. And I fell in love with it. And for some reason, I could not find anywhere to get one. And apparently, I didn't know that there was like a million Facebook groups all over everywhere. I didn't know that. So I'm trying to search for how can I get a Cassie skirt? Like, I think I found one Facebook group, and out of the how many that are out there, kind of couldn't believe it. But anyway, so that's kind of what started this all. Finally, I was able to find a girl to buy a Cassie from. So that kind of started my Lularoe, as everyone calls it, addiction. A black pencil skirt, a Cassie skirt. I just really loved it because, it's got the stretchy material, it's comfortable. I've had a baby, so I'm like, I don't have like a perfect body, so it's kind of nice to have something that's like stretchy and that I can like run around in with my daughter. Anyways, that's what kind of made me start thinking about it. And then I got an Irma and I started thinking about it even more. And I was just like, how much does it cost to sell these clothes, I wonder? So then I'm just, researching it one day online and I find out, kind of the general cost to get in is like $5,000. And at first I was kind of scared and I was thinking, I don't think that that's something that I can do. I was just like, that is a lot of money. And we just don't have that money sitting here in savings. So, and remember, all this time I was going to do this, thinking of doing this by myself. I hadn't really talked to my sister yet about it. I didn't think this would be something she'd want to do. But the time came, and as I was reading more information about it, and I was like, my friend had added me to a Facebook group here. One of the consultants and her mom, they live here in Utah where I'm at, and they're the ones that, I decided to contact them, and I was like, I just need to find out more information about this, because this Lularoe thing, it just like, I don't even know, it just came out of nowhere, thinking, I really need to do this, I think. But first I need to talk to someone. So I talked to my husband beforehand, and he was actually surprisingly all for it. He's like, you know what, if we ended up losing money, then we'll just pay it off my bonus at the end of the year. So I was like, well, I don't want to like use, all your hard-earned money to pay this off at the end of the year. So I was like, well, I'll look more into it and see if like Lularoe is a legit thing. And so I looked more into it and I decided to meet with my sponsors. And they took me out to lunch. They even gave my little girl a Lularoe smile dress. And it is so cute. That just made a huge impression on me, like what Lularoe was all about, like giving and being kind and just supporting one another. And so anyways, they took me out to lunch and I talked to them and I got like even more excited. And that day I was like, you know what, I'm doing this. And if I found out there is a wait and you have to wait in the queue, and I was just like, well, even though I have to wait, it's worth it. So that day I got all my paperwork done because I wanted my date to be April 8th. So I got all my paperwork done, sent it in, and just was like, okay, now what do I do? So just kind of the first things I did was setting up an email with Lularoe. Well, it's more like just Gmail. So I did like Candice and Cristal at Gmail, Lularoe with Candice and Cristal at gmail.com. And I was like, okay, there's step number one. I made an email with Lularoe in it. So what do I do now? Because this may be like, I feel like a really long wait, which is really hard, right? So I'm just, okay, I gotta be patient, which patience is really not my virtue, but I feel really good about this. And so I was like, I'm just gonna keep going with it. My sponsors were awesome, sent me a list of things in an email to help me, get ready and prepare. Because if anything, you can think this is in a positive light, that you've got all this time to prepare and get ready to do your business. And so then when the time does come and the clothes arrive on your doorstep, that you can just get started. So anyways, that's just kind of how I got started with things. And a week later, I talked to, my sister texted me and was like, I want free clothes. And I was like, what? I was like, I don't have any clothes yet. Are you talking about Lularoe? She's like, well, I was talking to Mom and she said you're selling Lularoe. I'm like, yeah, like in a few months, as soon as I can get some clothes and get onboarded. And she was like, well, she started talking about it. And she's like, I was actually thinking last week, I saw one of my friends and they're selling it. And I was thinking, I need to do this, but I don't think I can come up with all the money by myself. Or at least, have enough money to put down on like a credit card or get enough for a loan. So she was like, do you think I could do it with you? And I was like, actually, that would be awesome. I would love to have my sister doing it with me. I think it would also make the work a little bit quicker. I feel like it'd be very successful. And my sister are going to work really well together. And so then we went ahead and kind of the next steps were applying for an LLC in the state of Utah. And if you have any more questions on that, I could probably help you figure that out if you're in Utah. I'm not sure how it is in all the other states, but so we did that, and we did change our email to both of our names, and I just resubmitted the contract. And that's actually a really easy thing to do if you want to add someone on. All you have to do is redo your contract and then reply to that original automated email you got when you first sent your contract in. So then it still keeps your place in the queue, and it all just keeps that email like linked together. So if you have more questions about that, I can answer that, because we've gone through that. If you decide, you want to build like a partnership or a team, which is an awesome idea. So I'm trying to think what else I can tell you guys where we started with things. But anyways, so I kind of think the next thing was just me and my sister being patient, because it's been since April 8th, so it's been almost a month since we've been waiting. And I just kind of, I get on Facebook and I just see all this Lularoe stuff, and I'm like, I just really want to have my clothes and, sell Lularoe and be super successful and, just help other women feel beautiful in these clothes that just make me feel beautiful, because I don't have the same body I did, before I had my daughter. That's a year and a half. So it's just kind of a big thing to me to have some clothes that actually make me feel confident and good about myself. So anyways, I know the wait in the queue can be hard. So if you're thinking of joining, don't think too hard about it. Do it sooner rather than later, because it's going to be so worth it in the long run. So if you're thinking about it, just do it now, because there is a wait. And I don't like to say this, I guess you can always back out later if you thought about it for 2 months and it wasn't really what you wanted. But I don't think you'd want to back out of this opportunity. I think the company still has a lot of room to grow. I was a little bit worried at first about oversaturation, which I feel like a lot of people are. But it took me like maybe a week to get over that fear and to realize, you know what? Everyone says it. There's a million prints. There's, they only create so many of certain prints, a lot of different styles. I really don't think there's an oversaturation in the market. So I kind of got past that, and you know what, I realize this is the right thing. So if you're thinking about it, you know, like I said, don't think too long. I am not a risk taker. So me taking this risk was kind of a big deal because I'm like, I don't take risks. So anyways, trying to think where I want to go next with this. I did want to tell you guys kind of about how we decided to fund it, because we had money in our savings, but I didn't want to like take our whole savings away and to put towards my Lularoe. So with my we actually, month before, just by chance, had applied for the Venture Capital One card, and you get 0% interest and 20,000 bonus points for the first, I think it's for the first 1,000 you spent. So we just applied for that because we're like, oh, we can like earn, you know, miles and stuff, just like spend regular expenses, pay it off, and then earn miles toward like traveling, because my husband his family's all the way over in New Jersey, so we like to go over there once a year, and that's expensive. So I thought, well, why not a better idea than that? That was like a month before, so all kind of just fell into place. And if that's not something you're comfortable with, that's okay. But for us, I was like, you know what, I'm sure I can pay this off in like the 18 months, 0% interest. I was able to get a high enough credit line to be able to get the clothes that we want and, you know, get the package we want. So for us, that was like a really great option. There's other things you can do, like take out a small business loan, or you can, you know, you could take from your savings, or just save, because it is going to be so worth it. I am so excited. But anyway, so it is totally possible. And everything just kind of fell into place for us. So if you have any questions about how we did things, or, you know, questions about how to, you know, fund your Lularoe, just contact me. You can contact us at Lularoe, Candice and Cristal at gmail.com. Or you can comment here. We're more than happy to answer any of your questions. And it's been great talking to you. You'll probably see more of these coming up. It's just helping me, you know, get more comfortable being online, or doing like Periscope parties, or just kind of sharing our journey with you. So hopefully next time you can meet my sister Cristal. She's awesome, and I'm super excited to have a team with her. So I hope you have a great rest of your night. Bye.